you a little bottle of wine.
You're so sweet.
When we pray at church on Sunday, we take communion.
To walk in with a bottle of wine, it just seems, off.
You're doing 3 guys and you drink and you're claiming to be some total Mormon?
Wow. You basically called me a slut.
I said you're doing 3 guys. I never use the word slut.
Britani told me earlier she thinks you called her a slut because you were one.
Wait, what?
I look like I have a high body count. I don't dress like I have a high body count. And I don't wear my hair like I have a high body count.
Don't let it hurt your feelings.
But you know what? You do need care spermity.
How is it now, Lisa?
Security, please escort her husband out. I don't like people who slut shame.
What a f***ing classless bitch.
Meredith, I loved your bat mitzvah.
Thank you.
It was so exciting to watch.
Thank you. It was really beautiful. Except the part she put Angie out.
Well, I loved you trying to find the entrance, Mary.
Oh my God, where am I supposed to go?
And we're gonna put it on the table.
It had a lot of doors, Andy, and a lot of windows.
Yeah. Cruz from Portland said, Heather, you said on the after show it's not Angie's responsibility to keep up Britney's facade of being the perfect Mormon.
But the truth is, like, how would Angie know that wine was inappropriate for Britney's version of Mormonism? Because Britney does drink.
I think you said that in response to Angie bringing wine to the prayer night. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, Britney's living a double life.
I'm not.
She's an active Mormon, and to be an active Mormon and not get kicked out of the church, you can't have sex and you can't drink. And you're doing both.
That's not
so
true.
the bottle of wine.
That's not true. It's up to the bishop.
The bottle of wine makes it public.
And I'm honest about that.
Well, that's nonsense.
I've been nothing but
they shouldn't
What's
be.
nonsense?
I mean, I also grew up Mormon. I was Mormon my whole life. I mean, I know everybody gets to do what they want to do, but I agree with Heather. If you want to look like you're in good standing with the church, if you want to be accepted culturally, you should not be drinking and having premarital sex.
Britani, I'm on your side with this, 100%.
You're sinning.
Were you being shady?
No. The first time I met
Angie, you
Britney.
told me at that day at lunch that you grew up as Mormon as anyone, which
I
is
did.
why I asked
You're
you
not
in
the
the
Mormons
first
I
place.
grew up with. You're from Provo, but you're not a Mormon that I grew up with, Britney.
You really don't understand
You're not
culturally
a true
how
Mormon.
I
I grew up with Mormons the way Heather was raised. You're not.
But you
what
know
I
what,
thought
though? You
were.
shouldn't say
You
who's
have
a
the
true Mormon and who's not.
I can live it any way I want.
I embrace my religion every day, not on Sundays, 7 days a
Who
week.
cares, Angie? I'm not like judging you and how you live your religion. That is so condescending.
need to
I don't
prove it to
appreciate
her.
that.
Haley from Coconut Grove said, Meredith,
sinning.
watching the
Who
show,
cares?
She is sinning.
did you realize Angie never called Britney a slut? She just repeated what Britney said?
I think Britney was genuinely upset. She was crying.
Yeah, but you didn't get
I've
both
never
sides
had
of the
anyone
story.
treat
You
me
just
That's correct, but I did know what Angie had said at lunch at your house already, and she said she called me a slut, and I just was like, this is too much. I can't take it.
Can I say one thing on behalf of Angie? I'm not saying she wasn't out of line. She was out of line. The porn star stuff, it did go too far. I will say there are lots of examples, Britney, of you saying something to all of us, and when we say it back to you, you don't like the way it sounds. You can't say something and then not like it when someone mirrors it back to you.
I think sometimes I say things and I don't know how they're coming out of my mouth.
You can't say I like to drink
but when
wine and be mad someone buys you a bottle of wine.
Britney, you eventually came clean about sleeping with Jared. How did it feel to have the other women rally around you?
Jared and I, we do have a physical relationship.
For her to say that is like she's coming out of the closet.
I understand exactly what it feels like to be shamed.
Britney, I understand completely. I was shamed for leaving the Mormon church for having an affair with Justin.
It felt really good. I was like, I have to say, when I watched that, I cried, and I didn't even realize how much trauma I had around the shame that we... Clearly, I have some work to do around that, but...
I don't understand why Britney even said that. She didn't even have to say that.
I did.
It wasn't even about that.
I had actually
it was about her
lied.
recording.
I
and
actually
then she...
lied to everyone. I said that just to show good faith. I was trying to say, look, I wasn't secretly recording you, but I did lie about this. I mean, I blatantly, bold-faced...
Said you're not having sex.
Lied.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, this season, Lisa brought the SLC crew to Puerto Vallarta for a trip that was meant to live forever in their memories and not on a recording device.
The truth is that...
Wait, really quick. Britney, why are you recording the conversation?
I'm never recording the conversation.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sending
are.
a video to Olivia.
I will never trust you again. You utterly disgust me.
I'm gonna take my shoe off and throw it.
if you were so concerned Meredith was crying and throwing up, why didn't you talk to her about it first?
I did.
Instead of telling everyone in the group.
She did, and I told her it wasn't true, and then she proceeded to tell them that it was.
I'm sorry, the sound of someone throwing up is indistinguishable. I don't want to like out you, but I literally woke up from a dead sleep to sounds of someone throwing up. And you know when you're half asleep, you're like,
Brittany, you're a liar.
I am talking.
I don't care.
I let you talk.
I am not going to let you spread lies about me. I've had enough of them.
Do you think I'm insinuating that you have an eating disorder?
I don't care what you're insinuating. You're lying, and I'm not going to allow it. I've had enough of the lies.
That's like
we are
saying
finished.
that
you do not know. Were you in my room?
Don't pull me into this.
No, I'm saying.
Were you in my room?
That was my truth.
Were you? No, that was not your truth.
Yes,
and I told you it wasn't true. You chose to run with it. You are a liar. I don't care to discuss it any further.
Well,
You're a liar.
Did she accuse you of having an
It got
eating
back
disorder?
to her that it was
That's
that
how it
way.
got back
It got
to me.
back to her that way.
I mean, you can
Coffee,
throw up
that's
for
how
a
it got
million
back
reasons.
to
You
me.
could have the flu. Yeah.
I had an eating disorder growing up. I would never,
does not have
ever,
one.
ever
She does not have an
insinuate or
eating
throw
disorder.
that out there like it's some
Brittany,
kind of shame.
speaking of double talk,
Yes.
you gave several different explanations.
Yes,
as to why you were recording the women in the Sprinter.
Yes.
You were sending a video to Olivia.
This is
You
true.
were filming the scenery.
Which is
You were
also true.
saving the video for later.
I did, yes, I
Which
was.
is the truth?
It's all different parts of the
Wait,
same
there's
truth.
one more. There was 4.
What was the
I
I can't remember, but they
She was
aired it.
congratulating her on the math test.
Yes.
I was.
right.
That was my first thought.
Okay.
I was trying to take a selfie for Livy to send to her later. I had the camera turned around backwards. I turned it forwards, and by then, Angie was like all over me.
Okay.
By the time it was on
All
my
over.
face,
I
Who
was
here believes any of those excuses?
Absolutely zero. of them.
excuses that it was like 2 seconds forward, turning the camera around. About 5 seconds. Yes, it was. Not to like throw editing under the bus. She was. That's
recording us to
editing.
make fun of us.
I
They
actually-
can't edit
I
something long.
I watched it.
I did too. You're a bitch. I'm not
want
listening to you because I don't
friendships in
respect
your
you. I don't
terms.
respect.
Why are you recording the conversation?
And I mean,
Brittany,
I
it's
don't wanna
okay.
get in
It's
trouble.
crazy. Brittany, who
Brittany,
cares? Just say I'm
it
sorry. I
doesn't
did it.
Okay, okay.
You did.
May I say, the obvious reason that you all freaked out is because of what you have been through.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay, fine.
And that was abusive, and I'm still recovering from that. I'm not
Okay,
kidding.
well, get over
I'm
it then.
traumatized.
It happened and it's done. Hopefully you are too.
They're still recovering. Everyone's recovering from trauma.
something, yeah.
Mary, why did it bother you that Angie chased after Britani at the Lisa Barlow lunch? You claimed Angie knows how you feel about Britani. How do you feel about
I didn't
Britani?
know how you felt about me. For the record, I really like you. I'm sorry you don't like me.
I just don't think you're honest about anything. And you don't take accountability.
Well, I try to be impeccable with
Emotional
my word. I'm
intelligence
sorry it
is
doesn't
not
come off that way.
matured. You don't.
That might be true.
Yeah, you just.
I do have some maturity
You're a little bit lopsided for me,
issues.
and I have enough going on in my life. I don't need to take another wreck.